Hello my friends, how are you? Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and subscribing, and also follow me on Instagram, okay? So today we are going to do a Scrap Our Stash design team challenge. So come on over and join us. We are doing a wheel, and this month it's alpha, so you have to use 3 alphas on your layout, and the rest of your layout can be whatever you want it to be. So that's always fun to go ahead and create. But what we're going to do today is talk about using our scraps. I have a collection. I always save these bags. Sometimes you get them with your orders. I always get them with my hip kits, and I save them, and then I put all my scraps in it with the collection so it's not making a mess and they're not all over the place, and that way I can just go ahead and use them whenever I want to. So these are all scraps from previous layouts, and I never throw anything away. And what I decided to do is make a whole bunch of borders. Look at that. Isn't that super pretty? I love it so much. So I'm going to use a basil cardstock, and this is like an off-white because Simple Stories isn't really like a true white. So I'm going to put these all together, and what I'm going to do, so the video is not really long and I don't bore you to death, is I'm going to go ahead and put this together, but I'm going to put it on faster speed so you can watch me do it, but it won't take 20 minutes either because I'm sure I'm going to get in an argument with this paper. So these are all border strips just from my bag of scraps, and I did go ahead and distress the edges on them. I have this. It's a Tim Holtz edge distresser, and you can use that if you have it, but you don't have to go out and buy one of those special. You can also just use a pair of scissors and just go like that if you want to. I did distress them off camera because it took a couple minutes, and then it puts all the little pieces all over the place, so I didn't want you to have to sit through that. All right, so here we go. Okay, here we go. I have everything glued down. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. All from scrap pieces of paper. Now, this is not perfect. If you wanted it to be perfect, you could certainly measure it out. But, okay, now let's start embellishing. What I'm going to use is this awesome photo. Look at this. This is my nephew, and this is when my great niece was born. She is 4 years old now, but I definitely wanted to scrap this picture. And because we're using all these different colors, and he had like a blue shirt on, there's no blue in these papers, I just printed the picture in black and white. It's always a great option. And I don't know if I said what this collection was. This is Simple Stories Simple Vintage Cottage Fields, okay? But this frame is from Simple Stories Simple Vintage Garden District. I'm going to put the photo right there in the middle. Now, normally I would put this up on some foam, but I don't think we need it. This is going to be relatively flat. So let's go ahead and get that down. I do want to make sure that this is straight. I adhered it to the frame in the position that I wanted with some scrapbook.com adhesive just to keep it there. I find that easier to do than to not do. So we're going to take these little pieces off, stuck to my fingers. Can't seem to get them off. I might just leave them there. Now they're going to fight with me, so it doesn't matter if they're there or not, because you're never going to see them. I'm going to use my T-square ruler for this. I want to make sure I can still see this butterfly here, but I am going to cover up these two, unfortunately, but that's okay. So let's get this straight. Oh, I want that down just a little bit lower. Yeah, perfect. And I'm going to do a lot of embellishing, so it's okay with me that this is not perfectly centered. You could center it in the middle of this white piece of paper if you wanted to, but like I said, my stuff is nowhere near perfect, and I'm not worried about it because it's still going to look really super pretty when we're done. I am going to go ahead and put some glue just to make sure that frame stays to the paper really nice. And I made a couple tags, again, out of scrap paper. So I'm going to put my tag in here. And this one, I just took some twine and just kept wrapping it around. And then this one is just, like I said, a scrap. I might need to cut that off because it is really long and we're only tucking it underneath. So I'll just save that scrap for the future. Okay, let's put this down there and then see if we can get this here. That's pretty. Like that? Yeah. All right, I like that. Let's go ahead and commit to that. So I will just leave that there and then I'll press down so it doesn't move and then put some glue underneath. There. And I made a little bow off camera because I always struggle to get those so they look nice and not be all twisted up. And it's the same twine as this. So what I do is I just make a little bow, and then right inside this circle I'm going to put a big dollop of glue, and I am just going to put it right where the tie in the middle is and put it just like that. And then I'm going to try to patiently not touch it and give that some time to dry. And I'm not good at that because I just want to keep going. And I do glue down my bows so they don't move when I put them in my album. So I'll just put a little dollop of glue there and that'll dry clear. And then I don't want these all over the place, so I'm going to put a little straight line of glue there. And then usually what I do is I pick it up with my tweezers. And then I place it in that line of glue. There. And again, you have to be patient and not hit this before it dries. That's a key. All right, so there's that. That looks cute too. I like it. All right, pretty, pretty. All right, what else shall we do now? I need to embellish this layout, and I have picked out several things to embellish with. I have my ephemera tray here. This is just a little clear tray. I picked this up at the dollar store, obviously for $1. If you want something like this, that's where I got it from. Okay guys, it's time to embellish. I love embellishing. It's my favorite thing. I picked out a bunch of stuff and I kind of know what I want to do, so let's work through this together. I'm definitely going to use tweezers and glue for this one, but before we go ahead and put our embellishments down, look at this cool stamp. It's like a postcard, and I got it from, I believe, Michael's. Could have been Hobby Lobby, I'm not sure, one of the two. And I'm just going to put very randomly some stamped words around here, and we're not going to worry about if it's good or you can read it because it's just simply for fun. So let's go ahead and just do that. Looks cute. And then we'll get some up here too. Put this right on there. And it doesn't matter, like I said, it doesn't need to be perfect. Let's do some second generation. This way. Excuse my arm. You're never going to be able to read it anyway, so it doesn't matter what it says. There. Okay, good. I do know that I want to cover up some of the stuff on the frame because, like I said, it's not from this collection, so the colors are a touch off. And look, there's money here. What's that have to do with this picture? Nothing. So I'm thinking about just covering this up a little bit. And I kind of want to put a little bit onto the photo, and that means I'll have to put a foam square under here. And then I found this piece of ephemera that says memories, which I really like. So let's go ahead and put this down where I want it. And I'm gluing a piece of ephemera on chipboard, so I definitely want to hold this for a minute. Let me know in the comments below, do you want me to speed this up, talk about things, everything's good the way it is? What do you think? Just so I know for the future what you want to see and what you don't want to see. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm not going to make them watch me glue this down or cut this or distress this because I don't want to bore you to death. But maybe you want to see it. I don't know. You let me know, okay? I'm getting some foam squares. I get these from Hobby Lobby. I really like them a lot because they're kind of big and they're very stiff, so I can get the plastic piece off from it better, easier for me because I am not good at that. Oh my God, I'm horrible at doing that. And okay, so then look at this. Cute tickets, sweet photos. How's that? That looks cute. All right, let me go ahead and put glue under that before they move, and I have to go through that struggle again. There. Oops, I got some seeping out the side there. Too much glue that time, not enough the first time. That's okay. All right, I'm probably going to have to put a foam square underneath that too, because if I don't, it could rip. So watch me struggle with this. I don't know why I have such a hard time with this. All right, so right under here. Okay, good. And then this color is a little bit orangey, and I don't think it matches at all. So I'm going to put a green butterfly with the collection right over the top of that. Put glue just in the middle. Make sure that I cover that up really well. Let me turn my paper. I'm going to press down with this and lift those up. I'll probably end up putting a foam square or two underneath these wings. I just think it'll look prettier in this green color than that orange color. Let's work on something over here. Again, I don't want this money here. I don't know why there's money there, but there is. So I'm going to cover it up again and have some of these flowers go over the photo, but naturally I don't want to cover her up. So I want to be careful with the placement of these flowers. Maybe I want it this way. Nope, it's still hitting her head though. I don't like that. So maybe like that, but let's see if I can see her head right there. Maybe like that. I'm so picky. All right, that's exactly where I want it. So I'm going to push down, put the glue underneath, hold it so it doesn't slip. Okay. And then I have this green one. Maybe we should tuck this in here like that to add some more green into this cluster. Should we put it up like that or underneath? I think up so we can cover up the other flower on the frame since it doesn't really match this collection. So I'll put a little bit of glue on the chipboard, and then we're going to have to put a foam square underneath this green flower for sure, because it's up as high as the chipboard frame is. Use my tweezers, and excuse my arm. There. But I did want to put this in. It's super pretty. It says live, laugh, love. I'm never going to use this birdhouse with a nest. I don't have any need for that whatsoever. So I'm going to lift this up and get this tucked in under here just so I can have the green flowers. Oh, look, a little ink from when we stamped. I'll just rub that right off. We don't have to worry about it. Yeah, that looks good. Add some green up where this green is to match. All right, there's that. So I was thinking about using the circle. It says this photo. And just covering up the corner here and how weird this ends. Like that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So let's do that. And then we can move this a little bit. Good thing I pulled that out before the glue dries so we can just adjust it a little bit to make it look a little bit better. Okay, good. And now it moved on me, so let me put it back where I wanted it. Oh my goodness, the struggle is real, you guys. Okay, good. Got a little dimension, curled these tips up like that a little bit. And then maybe I could put that butterfly there, but I was thinking, put some more glue here. Hold that down. If I put a heart right here, it'll be like I'm saying, love this photo. Okay. Please excuse me. All right, and then look at this postage stamp. It says lovely with a little butterfly in this green. We have some space right here. Tuck that in. I want to make sure that there's not a space between this and that because that would bother me, but I also want to make sure that you can actually tell that it says the word lovely. So let me get this adjusted in there to a place where I think all of those things will happen. So I did go ahead and use alphas. These are Hip Kit Club alphas. It says Daddy's Baby Girl, like this. I was going to say little. It didn't fit and look right, so I just went with Daddy's Baby Girl. I did put these 3 adhesive brads down here, such as like they were enamel dots. All right, and then I think one last thing. I do have this adhesive brad sheet that I love these so much. The adhesive brads are one of my favorite things by Simple Stories. Oh, here's this matches and it says love. Let's put it, oh, empty spot right there. We'll tuck it right in there to cover up that empty spot and make sure that we can still read that. I think we can. Looks good. Pressing. All right. Excellent. Do you like it? I love it. I think it looks pretty. Look at all those pattern papers. It's kind of like you made your own pattern paper by using all those strips from your scrap pile. So there's all our pieces of scrap paper. And I like how it layers up and distress the edges. Here's this cluster right here. It is so pretty. And my pretty photo. And here's this cluster down here. Couple tags. And I do hope that you enjoyed it, and please come and check us out at scrapour-blogspot.com and join in on the fun. They have a challenge for a random challenge every month and a sketch challenge every month. And there is one winner every month for a $20 scrapbook.com gift card. So come on over and enter the challenge. It's totally free and it's really fun. And their sketches are amazing. I save all of their sketches and put them in a book because they're some of the best layouts that I've ever done when I use their sketches. I really like it a lot. Look at, can you see that shine on that gold? Look at that right there. Isn't that awesome? I love it. All right. Thanks for stopping to see me, you guys. I am going to put close-ups at the end for you, and I'll link that website below, so come and join us, okay? Thanks for stopping by to see me. Have a good day.